Welcome. If you're happy and you know it, say hooray, hooray! And you really wanna show it. If you're happy and you know it, please subscribe. Done. It's a happy day. It's a beautiful sunny day in Ecuador. We're in the rainy season, and today's sun is gonna rain in the night, and I hope the whole rain ends up or finishes before dawn because tomorrow is Sunday. And if you know Nigerians, you know we don't joke with church. Somebody's making a noise outside. So today's video is about happiness. The world where it is today, there's a lot of tragedy, there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of wickedness, there's a lot that can make you choose to be sad, that can make you choose to stay home, that can make you always lean on the negative without even realizing that you are being negative. We have been shaped by the traumas of the past, we have been shaped by the norms of our societies, to the point that it affects how we think. It makes us judge people because of our beliefs, our projections. And I don't want to believe that everybody is inherently bad, but I believe all these things that I've mentioned affect the way we evaluate a certain situation, the way we consider certain situation. For example, in today's world, the standard of beauty has become curvy. So you have to be slim. You need a flat tummy, a full chest, and a full behind to be considered beautiful. That's the standard of beauty. Unfortunately, many of us will not have that, and so you will have people who, by those standard alone, will not consider a person beautiful, just the same way women will not consider the a member of the opposite gender handsome just because he doesn't have a six pack, he's not muscular, or he's not tall. Okay, that is people's standards. Those are people's standards of beauty. Those are the yardsticks by which we measure external attractiveness or beauty, if you wish. you know but there are things that happen in life, that make you understand that beauty is beyond the physical, beyond how pointed our nose is, or how smooth we are, our face, or how curvy or how muscular we are. Beauty goes beyond that, beyond the physical. And unfortunately, as human beings, we need to spend time with a person before we know if they're really beautiful, if they've got a beautiful heart, or you hear friends or family say he was a beautiful soul because they have known that person for a long time, to have seen much, much, much beyond the physical appearance, right? And based on those things, we also judge people's right to wealth, to happiness, to, I don't know, self esteem. Like you hear some people say, for someone who is XYZ, you are happy. You look young for XYZ, things like that, because we have been conditioned to those standards. Now, when it comes to happiness, people really think that happiness is external, that you have to have certain things to be happy. I think what we're actually pursuing in that case is temporary happiness. There is the joy that resides, and then there is happiness that just comes, temporary because of some external factors. So I was looking at the meaning, the difference between um, joy and happiness, because um, and joy because of a video I saw on YouTube. Okay, hello Louisiana, welcome to the channel. How are you? So, what is the difference? Happiness is actually a temporary emotion that happens when something outside happens, a temporary thing, whereas joy is usually deeper and more lasting and a feeling of well-being and contentment. And from my travels or my brief period on God's green earth, I have noticed that people who are joyful are usually happy. Okay, they have their sad days, but they're usually happy. But a lot of people who focus on the pursuit of happiness are usually not joyful. Translation, they are not usually content because they are seeking external gratification. So, for many people, we think because someone is rich, so they are happy, but actually they are just joyful. And sometimes we find it hard to understand why someone who has very little material possessions is happy because they're supposed to just be sad, you know. But some people are just born happy souls, you know. Like if you remember the movie Sisters Act, there was that one Reverend sister who was always happy, the one with the chubby cheeks, you know, always smiling, always seeing the sunny side of life, you know. And some people are born like that. And so for some of us, we learn it because of the people we associate with, but some of us we just born, you know, bubbly, happy, joyful people. And so yesterday I saw a reel on Facebook, and like always when I watch a reel, especially if it's quite emotional, I want to see, to feel the feed of the society where that event took place, where the reel was captured. And as a Nigerian, I always want to know what is the emotional temperature, where's the emotional temperature of the society where we are now, because I'm always away from home, you know. So yesterday I saw this reel and I'm about to play it for you guys, where this girl was dancing in the market, and she knows how to dance. Let's just admit that. First of all, I'm not a fan of flavor. Okay, I'm not a fan of flavor. Just because I don't understand a lot of his lyrics, he sings in his language, but I do appreciate his beats. Secondly, I'm not very much into secular music, so I can't say I'm a fan of his. But the tune and the beat sounded joyful, and someone was playing this song in public, and this girl was selling vegetable. In Africa, we hawk our vegetables sometimes on a tray open, and then you just walk around, and then the marketplace or neighborhood where it's allowed, and people buy from you. And so this girl was hawking her pumpkin leaves in the market, and she heard this music. She stopped. When um, she stopped, and then she went in for the listing. I'm walking around the house because I'm trying to go fetch my charger. I'm sorry for interrupting myself. My battery is running. Oh, no, no, no. Hi. So, as I was saying, so she stops and she's aware that she's in a public place and anything can happen to her wares. So she holds her tray, happy that the content creator can't help but dance with her, you know. And they had a very nice moment. I think the reel lasted for maybe just about 15, 20 seconds. I don't know for how long she danced for. But when I went to the comment section, you could see people were, you know, shocked that someone who was sent to someone who, hello, Enrique, how are you? Good afternoon. Someone who was sent to hawk had the temerity to not hawk, but rather dance in public. And it impacted me that a lot of time as adults, we think I'm fine, thank you, welcome to the channel. I think we think we need permission to be happy. I mean, this person doesn't have a fixed time for break or pauses. She will rest when she's tired. And she saw an opportunity to display her talents, and she seized it and she did well. And she was not careless about the business, but the comments that came from that was, how dare she? When she gets home, she's going to be judged. She's going to be punished. When she gets home, she's going to be questioned. Why would she do that? Why would she do that? And a lot of that comment kept repeating itself in the comment section. Look at the person they sent to hug. Why is she dancing? Look at the person they sent to hug. Why is she dancing? And I thought, why should she not dance? For the fact that she's poor, the fact that she's hustling, does not deny her the right of deny her the right to dance. So, but that was the feel I got. That was what I got from people saying no, she shouldn't have danced and all those things. So I'm going to play the reel for you, because for a young girl, she did a pretty good job. Okay. So there she is with her wares, and the content creator, I think, gets into the spirit the of the dance, and people are appreciating her art, but I didn't like the way people were saying no, she didn't. And this is what happiness looks like, when the moment comes, you seize it and you forget about life's worries, even if it's just for a brief minute, and I felt, as adults, we could learn from that to say life can be hard, life can be difficult, but when an opportunity comes, you grab it with both hands. It reminded me the story of this the Nigerian bread seller who ended became a model just because she was hawking her bread. She was hawking her bread, and someone saw her, took her picture, and life changed. We don't know, maybe that's what is going to happen for this young girl, and people were busy, not appreciating her, but rather despising her because she was poor, that she didn't have the right to dance, and that was, to me, that was sad. And that is, I really wish that as grown up, we all had that courage to seize the moment, to seize an opportunity when it comes, and run with it. You never know when an opportunity will present itself. There's a saying in English that says, lightning does not strike twice in the same place. So before the opportunity comes, we have to be ready, and when it comes, we jump in because we're always ready. She's been practicing, and the opportunity came and she took it, but rather people were judging her because of her socioeconomic status, and to me, I learned something very powerful. She may not see those comments, and someone was even making fun of the content creator to say he was trying to be like somebody else. No, he was just doing what he loved doing, you know. Thank you. Thank you very much for your subscription. Bye bye. I love you. I appreciate that. So that is just what I wanted to share with you. People are not going to always have your vision. Least of all are they going to support it. But when you have an opportunity to do something, do it the best you can. Grab that opportunity with your hands and run with it. Don't let people determine whether you deserve the right to be happy or not. No, you determine if you want to be happy. You determine if you want to be joyful, like I said at the beginning. Once you have a joyful heart, which is always content and grateful, you will recognize and take advantage of your happy moments. And happiness is contagious, that happiness, everybody saw it and was happy. And I don't know how many lives she must have touched alongside with a content creator. So just, be happy and spread happiness, spread positivity wherever you are. Enrique, muchísimas gracias por suscribir. Por abonarse al canal, gracias. I think is a Spanish speaker. So guys, that's just what I wanted to say on that video. I hope you enjoyed this very brief episode, and I'll see you guys during the week. I think I have something we're gonna talk about during the week, probably Tuesday or Thursday. All right, bye bye.